Okay, so you went out for dinner with Ada and Dick.
And Robert Kennedy was staying in his motel. So he said,
Wait a minute,
I was-
hold on a second. Robert Kennedy was running for senator.
Yeah, that's what I was
in
going
New
to
York.
ask when in his
And
career.
he was from Massachusetts, but he
Right.
decided New York was,
So we took,
So
rented an
he-
apartment in New York.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
okay.
so that's the context
Yeah.
of this. You need that context.
so he says, I'd like to stop by the motel first, see what's doing with Robert Kennedy.
Yeah.
So
How did you know that he was staying there?
Dick knew, he owned the motel.
Oh, okay, right.
So
And he wasn't under a pseudonym, or?
So what happened was,
No, he's making campaign stop. Why would he be under
Yeah.
the suit?
I took a cardboard
Mm-hmm.
out of one of his shirts, and I made a sign, Yankee, go home. So now we're standing there, and he comes by, and he's going over and shaking
No,
her.
I have to add to that. He was right next door to where Howard Johnson's. You may remember the Howard Johnson's
On Route
on
9
Route 9. I maybe thought of Howard Johnson's.
Yeah.
It was right next to the
motel.
Red Bull Motel.
Okay.
And he comes out, and I guess they must have arranged and let the waitresses, the young kids, waitresses come out.
And they swooned.
And Bubbie says the first time she saw swooning.
You know what? And end up on the ground.
So
Was he very handsome?
Bubbie is the
Ugly.
Really?
Bubbie is the last one in line. And Dick begged her not to use the sign, so she didn't use the sign. So he goes down and he's shaking hands, going down shaking hands. And when he comes to her, she's got her hand behind her back because she's holding the sign. So he goes out and he doesn't know what to do with it. Because at that time, even though Bubbie was a Democrat, we were really supporting the Republican senator.
He was very good.
He was a man named Keating. He was a very good senator. He was one of the Rockefeller Republicans, the liberal Republicans. And he's been a very good. And
Well,
we felt that here comes
he
Kennedy
didn't
out of
care
no
for
place, from Massachusetts. And
You know those people from Massachusetts.
So
I know very few people who are
was-
actually from
he's
Massachusetts.
skinny, ugly.
How old was he at that point?
Must have been his 40s.
I wouldn't say he was what he was haggard. He had been
Yeah.
campaigning,
Tired.
and you could see that he was tired,
Oh yeah.
and that made him not look,
Right.
and he was probably dragged out to meet these kids from Howard Johnson's. Maybe they were
Right.
a photographer there to take pictures,
Yes.